Hello and welcome back to my channel, and we're going to start the mapping portion for Southeast Asian countries. So in the previous video we read about the South Asia. Without any further ado, let's get started. So Southeast Asia basically comprises of the 10 members of the ASEAN countries. So here's a map of the South Asian countries. I'll just zoom it a little. So over here, the first country we have is our neighbor Myanmar. Then in the near Myanmar, we have Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. So it can be memorized as like keeping Laos at the center. To the left is Thailand, to the right is Vietnam, and to the south of Laos is Cambodia. So these are the four countries: Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. So moving more south, to the south of Thailand is Myanmar. So it is basically segregated in two parts. So this is the western part of Malaysia, and this is the eastern part of Malaysia. So we read about the uh, country of Malaysia. Then at the tip of this island is Singapore, which is the world's busiest port. To the south of Singapore, or to the east, we must say, we have the islands of Indonesia. This island is Sumatra. The other island of Indonesia, the southernmost island of Indonesia, basically is Java. And the capital of Jakarta basically lies over here, in southernmost islands. Then we have Borneo. This is also a part of Indonesia. So Indonesia basically extends up to Oceania's Papua New Guinea. So it kind of forms a border between Papua New Guinea. This part of Indonesia is West Papua. So there are also some recent news related to West Papua, where it's trying or where it's demanding independence from Indonesia. To the south, we have East Timor. It is not a part of ASEAN countries, the 10 countries, but here it is. Geographically, it is located over here. It is East Timor or Timor-Leste. It was under Portuguese control earlier. So moving towards the north, we have the island nation Philippines. So these are the islands of Philippines. So we could see that in the midst of these island countries of Southeast Asia, there is South China Sea in the middle. Then there is Indian Ocean to the southeast, and there is Pacific Ocean towards their east. Sorry, Indian Ocean is towards the southwest, and then there is Pacific Ocean towards their east. So this is basically the map of the Southeast Asian countries. So we would just try to remember it all at once. First is Myanmar, then is Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Then there is Malaysia over here. Then at the tip is Singapore. These islands belongs to Indonesia. West Papua also belongs to Indonesia. Then there is Philippines, and at the southernmost is East Timor. Although it is not a part of Asia, but it is geographically located over here. Okay, so let's go about the recent developments in all of these countries. So Myanmar, the capital of Myanmar is Naypyidaw, Naypyidaw. It is recently in use because of its Rakhine state, which is located over here. So it is in its western coast. So Rakhine State, it is between Myanmar and Bangladesh. So it is in use because of the Rohingya issue. Rohingya is a community of the residents, primarily Muslims, who were the residents of Myanmar, and there is an issue going on between the Bangladesh and Myanmar border. The next issue is for the Kachin State. Kachin State is also in Myanmar. So Kachin State is in news because the Kachin community is seeking greater autonomy over here. So the next nation is Thailand. Thailand is the only country here which was never colonized. So it is such a big achievement because all of the neighboring countries were colonized. India, Bangladesh, even Vietnam was there was an attempt on it, and many countries of South Asia were colonized. But Thailand was spared, and it is the only country which was never colonized. So it's also famous for the Bangkok Declaration of 1967, which led to the establishment of ASEAN, which is primarily a grouping for the Southeast Asian countries. It has 10 members. So the 10 members are basically Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. These are the five. Then we have Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Philippines. Philippines is a member or not? We have a mnemonic for it. Okay, so over here, I've read this. I took this mnemonic from a famous YouTube mentor and teacher, Dr. Shivan, basically. So the mnemonic is as follows: MBBS people watch cricket on IPL. MBBS people watch cricket, which is IPL, on TV. So M stands for Malaysia, B for Burma, which is Myanmar, the other B for Brunei, S for Singapore. Then we have Cambodia, Indonesia, Philippines, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam. So we were right. You were right. So the five countries, which are the neighboring countries, which are Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. These are the five countries. Then we have Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia, Philippines, and Malaysia. So Malaysia is also part of ASEAN. So it should be part of ASEAN, what I'm saying. Malaysia, so, these are the five countries, and the other five countries are Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia, Philippines, and Indonesia. So these are basically the 10 countries of ASEAN. I hope you would have also remembered it. So, anyways, so Thailand is in news because the Malay Muslims over there, which reside in southern Thailand, there is an insurgency going on, and this is called as the Patani conflict. So, this is the location basically where this Patani conflict is going on. It is because of the insurgency by the Malay Muslim community living over there. So, Thailand is also in news because it has become the second Asian country to do uh, to legalize same-sex marriage after Taiwan. So it is now the second Asian country which has legalized the same-sex marriage. Then we come towards the country of Laos. So Laos is over here, right in the middle, which kind of is an anchor which tells us the direction of all the other countries. To remember the five basic countries. Anyways, Laos is the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. So you can see that the other countries have their coast. They have their openings in the ocean or near seas, but Laos is the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. Its capital is Vientiane. So I read the pronunciation, but I know I might have messed it up. So please correct me if I'm wrong. So it's Vientiane. Anyways, moving to the next country, which is Cambodia. The capital of Cambodia is Phnom Penh. So here is Cambodia, and the capital of Cambodia is Phnom Penh. It had the world's largest Hindu temple in Angkor Wat, but it is now non-functional. So next is the country of Vietnam. Its capital is Hanoi. So Vientiane is not the capital of Vietnam. Vietnam's capital is Hanoi. Vientiane is capital of Laos. So Vietnam, as we have all read in world history, it is famous because of the U.S. Vietnam War in 1950, from 1955 to 1975. It was basically to prevent the spread of communism in Vietnam. It was kind of a policy of containment during Cold War eras. So Vietnam is in news because ONGC is exploring hydrocarbons over there. Next is the country of Malaysia. So these are the Malaysian islands. This is country of Malaysia. Malaysia's capital is Kuala Lumpur. Then we have Singapore. Singapore is the busiest port because you could see over here there is Singapore, and the very famous Strait of Malacca passes over here. So it kind of becomes a very strategic port and very much economically viable. Next is Brunei. So Brunei was in news because of Prime Minister Modi's visit over there. So Brunei is this these islands over here, not islands basically. Brunei is this landmass near to Malaysia, to the north of Malaysia. This is Brunei. So the capital of Brunei is Bandar Seri Begawan. So Brunei is known for its rich oil reserves, and there is no personal income tax over here in Brunei. So if you would want to save income taxes, personal income taxes, then you would have to go to Brunei and earn with legitimate means. Okay. So next we come to Indonesia. Indonesia has its capital in Jakarta, which is in the Java Islands. As I told you earlier, Indonesia's capital was over here in Java Island. So Indonesia has three major group of islands, which are Sumatra, Borneo, Java, and these islands basically. And over here is West Papua. So Indonesia was over here in Java, but since it is now sinking, so it is now trying to move its capital to this Borneo island. So, the capital of Jakarta is in Java Island, but it is now sinking, and so Indonesia is trying to shift to Nusantara in the Borneo Island. So, the new capital would be Nusantara. Also, Indonesia is news because the West Papua is now demanding separation from Indonesia. So, you could see that uh, this over here forms the boundary between Asia and Oceania. So this part, West Papua, belongs to Indonesia. However, the right portion, Papua New Guinea, belongs to Oceania. So West Papua is trying to demand autonomy over here. So next is the country of Philippines. The capital of Philippines is Manila. Philippines is in news because of it now testing and using the BrahMos missile. One of the islands in Philippines which is in news is Mindanao Island. It is because of the local conflict of Moro community which is demanding separation. So in Philippines, we have the Moro community in the Mindanao region which is demanding independence. So I'll see you guys in the next video where we discuss more about the other regions of Asia and try to complete our mapping portion and be in sync with the UPSC preparation. Since 45 days are now left, I hope you guys are in sync with your preparations. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, see ya. Bye.